My name is Davida. My sons are Tim, Ty, and Gabriel Jack. I survived 16 and a half years of domestic violence with my ex-husband, Eric Larson. I finally couldn't take it anymore when I realized my children were suffering indirectly, and I chose to leave him. I filed for divorce through Cowlitz County, Washington, and my ex-husband's been destroying me through those courts ever since. I provided lots of documentation, not just my word, of all the violence and the abuse. I provided police reports, doctor's reports, pediatrician reports, psychology reports, therapist reports, and even filed for 2 different restraining orders. Cowlitz County, Washington refused to enforce the restraining orders. Told me to shut up, sit down, stop crying wolf, and other horrible comments. After over 58 times of being taken to court in less than 2 years, I finally stopped counting. It was a constant barrage of attacks. My children were being attacked physically and emotionally throughout all of this. The courts forced my children to go on visitations, even when they were begging, screaming, and pleading, "Mommy, please don't make me go." Towards the end of our divorce, he changed everything up and filed for full custody of my youngest son, who was born through in vitro from a donor. So he shares my DNA and the DNA of a donor, but has no genetic makeup whatsoever to my ex-husband. My ex-husband used the comment that I was emotionally poisonous to the children. That's the only reason they didn't want any contact with him, which is completely untrue. My kids didn't want any contact with him because he was abusive, not just to me, but to them. During all the court proceedings, my kids were going through therapy and constant doctor's appointments because of the conditions they were coming back in from visitations. Judge refused to look at any of it. The GAL found my ex-husband to be very charming and refused to help on any level. Actually, during our trial, she sat with him and his family, hugging, laughing, joking. This is not in the best interest of the children. Based on her suggestions and my ex-husband's comments, the judge gave my ex-husband full custody of my youngest child, who he shares no DNA with. CPS won't help me. That county won't help me. Nobody's protecting my child, who's with a very abusive man. My sons, my other 2 sons, have to have supervised visits about once every 3 months. This isn't right. I'm asking you to please help. Please read my story. Please help my child, because nobody else will. We're victims, not abusers. And my child needs to be saved. He does not deserve to be with such an awfully abusive man. Please read my story. Please help us and help other children. This is wrong, and this needs to stop.